Hey, welcome back. I'm your gin guy, James Wolverton, and we are doing our second attempt to try and recreate the Seagram's gin by using, Sam, who's demanding they get some affection again because he runs a house. He's 16 years old. He can kind of do what he wants. Yes, yeah, I know. Basically, in human years, he's like 90, but he's going strong and doing great. So we did almost the same recipe as we did last time, but as I mentioned in rewatching the video, I mentioned several times I had too much orange peel in it. So it tasted more like an orange vodka with some botanicals instead of gin, which the whole point of this is gin, bathtub slash mason jar version of gin, so at home. So I kept the same recipe, chopped down the orange, and now we're going to try and strain it back into here. It's always fun to try and get these botanicals out. Sam, you can't help on this one. I wish you could, but we'll try that again with you in a second. So, pour this back into here. There we go. Learned your lesson from last time. Pack this all the way in so it catches. Not that it wasn't exciting last time to watch me do this for 30 minutes, but hey, hold that delicately. A much smaller jar for both as it strains down. So, doing some more research, I'm trying to play around. Well, as I said last video, I want to try and get this basic fixed and get it dialed in before I start adding the unique botanicals, because there are a lot of fun unique botanicals that you could play with, but if I don't get the basic four into some kind of a good recipe, it just won't work. And yes, I am dancing around because Sam is being naughty underneath me, because that's what cats do. Cats are awesome creatures, but they can be naughty when they don't get the attention they think they so richly deserve, which he does. And also, this is kind of his spot. Yeah, there he is. Now he's going to lay down in his blanket, so all is good with the world. Yeah, it only took me 2 times to figure out how A, smaller container, B, hold on to the filter. Everything kind of strains a little bit easier. Also, I'm not going to, I'll make the gin and soda if this works. If this doesn't work, I don't want to waste all that versus last time, because last time was, it was not a good gin and soda because it wasn't a good gin. And we are almost there. Yep. Juice out. Cool. Measuring cup. So we're just going to do a 1/2 ounce in each. And I will rinse this out because I got some water here. Perfect. Yep. So now let's try Seagram's. Now I know for sure the color is going to be different because this is extracted through cold versus, just the liquid versus extracted through distillation. So as we said last time, it's just, there's no way to avoid that color, especially not with the filtration I'm using. A coffee filter is not quite the same. So color's always going to be a little different. Yeah, as you can tell, but this is a lot lighter than the last one. So let's first do the Seagram's because that's our base. Juniper, a little coriander, light citrus notes. Citrus is still a little more forward, but the juniper is there. I think we are closer. Nice balance. No, I do get between the coriander and whatever citrus they use, there is a lot. Still a good, nice mouth. It's just good basic gin. Is it great? No, but it's a good starting base to build off of. Closer. God, that's closer. I'm thinking it is the infusion from it. I'm getting it's a lot oilier, a lot more viscous on mouthfeel, which totally makes sense because once again, I'll say it one more time. This is just a different style. So I'm not going to get it perfect, but I want to get it dialed in as close as I can. But I think the oils are in here a whole lot more than it's oilier but sharp. And this is damn near close. Damn near. A little more citrus forward than I would want. I guess I think maybe I can't really, once again we're doing teaspoons, I can't dial the citrus back, so I'll try it one more time because I'm really, really close. Maybe a little more juniper, dial up that note because I was only a quarter of it. I kept the recipe in here. I went from whatever was supposed to be down to a quarter of a teaspoon, and the juniper was 1.5 and the coriander was 1. Maybe up the juniper to 2, which I could see. That way it's a little more forward versus dialing the others down. Yeah, that's the only solution I could think. Maybe less than a week too, because there's a lot of extraction. See, that's the fun thing about doing this kind of, what variable do I need to put? Is it length? Is it amount? Is it strength of alcohol? You don't know until you keep on playing with each different proponent of the recipe. So when Seagram's had a real lab and people really to break this down and do different, and we've done that before too. I know at Castle and Key where we've had a whole different flight, and that's also why we do just isolates of different botanicals and distill that and then blend to the different ratios and also blend to the different ratios for proof, because we make them all at 100 proof. Get a recipe, see if that works, and then start playing with proof, see if that works, versus me in a mason jar with botanicals in an infusion. Maybe a week's a hair too long. Maybe the juniper's just a little too light. I need a little bit more forward. It's much closer than last time, so I am on the right track. Not enough to make a cocktail with. It's almost there. I would say my next one should be maybe go up to a whole I'm going to go up to a whole 2 teaspoons of juniper. Just really dial up the juniper so I know it's gin. Maybe I still want to keep it at a week. I think that extraction rate's the best, but I need that to be a little bit more forward. It's playing a little bit too much. It's not a London Dry. As you've noticed, as gin's gotten popular lately, especially in cocktails, juniper's always going to play a predominant role because it has to in gin, but in the new American style, aviation, to a point I would say even Castle and Key, but a lot of Americans, the juniper's there, but it's not as much of a star as they are in the London Dry versions, which is juniper, then other things. It's more like juniper, it's much more of an ensemble piece versus a lead singer with backup singers. Juniper's more part of an ensemble. But I like it. I keep on going back to it. Yeah, it's really close, but I need that to sing out more than the others. I don't think it's in balance. First, certainly not versus this, which is juniper, then the stuff. This is all the stuff, including juniper, so we need to make it more of a star roll. So take 3, but this is what you do. You just keep on playing over and over and over again. And this one I won't toss. I think I'll do another mason jar, keep this, and see what it tastes like in about a week too versus these others, and we'll just keep on working from there. But once again, on the right track, but this is the experimentation, this is the fun. This one's the least keepable. The last one was not. It just, I would say this at least is a gin because I could taste the juniper on it. The one before was not. So, right track. We'll see in a couple weeks again. This time, more juniper. See if we can, the ever continuing stretch, to come as close as I can with the technology I have here to match that, and then we could start playing with the other fun things. There's so much. I've been doing lots of research lately, and it's just fun the different botanicals people add in to make gins. They're truly their own, but if you don't have a solid foundation of the 4, it just all falls apart, as we've noticed, because second try and we're still not with our good foundation. But I think third time might be the charm. So I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Let me rinse out here. We'll still do the week, a little more juniper. I'll see you guys soon. I'm your gin guy. If you like learning about how we kind of dial things in for, recipes for gin, hit that like, hit the subscribe. See you in a couple weeks. Take care.